Geography Como Rayo. Today we will be talking about the ancient civilizations of the Andes by Molly, Kieran, and Gabe. The civilizations are the Chavin, Moche, and Inca. The Chavin existed around 900 to 250 BCE. The Moche existed around 100 to 800 AD, and the Incas thrived roughly around the 13th century.
Let's begin on the Chavin, which is an ancient civilization that has little information known on it. The Chavin believed in sacred animals such as snakes, jaguars, hawks, and the animals would be used in religious ceremonies. They believed in sacrificing in a god that was part human and part animal, and they had statues of this god around their temple, Chavin de Hontar. They farmed for crops such as maize and potatoes. The Chavin spoke a language that is now extinct, and no one speaks it. The Chavin's main form of government was elites, which were certain people who had power over other people, such as an elite shaman would be able to use psychiatric drugs for certain religious reasons that a normal shaman couldn't. Shut up. Chavin elites have to be born into a certain group, an elite group, or prove to be worthy by getting certain animals such as snakes, hawks, eagles, jaguars for religious reasons, and would have to go through trials to become an elite. There is little information known on the Chavin because the ancient civilization disappeared and left little artifacts behind.
Flourished in present-day northern Peru. They are well known for their large adobe brick pyramids, sophisticated sculptures, and elaborate paintings. The Moche are considered the most advanced artists and metalworkers of the ancient Americas. Common foods eaten include lima beans, which were mostly eaten by the elite, corn, fish, guavas, llama milk, and corn beer. These plants were grown on sophisticated irrigated land plots used as farms, along with cotton, which was used to make cloth. Llama fur was also used to weave fabrics for use in clothing, rugs, etc. The ruling system was composed of upper-class citizens. These people would debate and make decisions for the community. Traded pottery and gold for feathers and other items with people from the rainforest and Andes region.
The Incas were the largest pre-Columbian America. Their real name is Tawantinsuyu. The Incans had their own unique religion. They believed that when you die, you were reincarnated, reborn into the afterlife. They also believed if you died by burning, you would not be reincarnated. They had a moral code which they obeyed on a daily basis. Ama Suwa, do not steal. Ama Oija, do not be lazy. And Ama Keja, do not lie. Those who obeyed went to live on in the sun's warmth, while others spent their eternal days on the cold earth. The staple crops were corn, potato, and they also ate llamas, guinea pigs, and drank llama milk. They were well known for their advanced road system, which they used to trade, but it soon later led to their downfall. The Norte Chico consists of four narrow river valleys. From south to north, the Jaura, Supe, Patavija, and Fortaleza. They converge on a slice of coastline less than 30 miles long. The Incans had crazy amounts of gold, but never traded it. They used it to make jewelry and buildings instead. When the Spanish caught wind of the Incan stash, they were extremely excited. This discovery helped lead to the Incans' downfall by the Spanish. Also very valuable to the Incans were llamas. They used them to transport goods, used them for food. The rulers of the Incans were the Sapa Inca, which means sole ruler. He was the most powerful person in their social order. Everyone reported to him. His wife, the queen, was called the Coya. The Sapa Inca controlled the Ayllus and long-distance trade.
There now.
The Ayllu acted as a local government. Ayllus were groups of extended families who lived near each other in small villages, towns, or farming settlements. Every month, the government called on an Ayllu to perform a task. Let's say they are fighting a war. They would make that Ayllu their army for a month. When the month is up, so is their service. It is like taxes, but in physical form. The Ayllus also enforced the laws that the Sapa Inca made. It was very efficient. They performed the first form of brain surgery. They would perform these surgeries whenever anyone had a headache or if their skull was deformed. They did this by cutting a hole in the skull, removing some of the brain, and they put a piece of metal over the hole, letting the skin grow over it. They performed this while the patient was awake, but usually gave them hallucinogenic drugs. The Incans also had mummies. For the mummification process, they peeled the corpse's skin off, covered the body in a white paste that hardened, and then painted the body to resemble the person. After that, they made a wig out of the person's hair. Make sure to subscribe and like.